Hello and welcome to your Daily Red podcast. I'm your host for today, Guy Drinkel. We won a game. We won a game, which I didn't watch in full, so I might be the issue. It might be me. It might be me, ladies and gentlemen. It might be me. We'll see. We'll see. So if we get beat by Real Madrid midweek, I'll watch that because we've got Champions League games to catch up on. I'll skip the Man City game. That then we'll know. We'll know. Anything for science. But I have watched Match of the Day. I've seen the highlights. I've seen some of the analysis, so at least I can somewhat talk about it. But I'll react to the news and I'll look at some stories, etc. But yeah, we won. And it's a massive win because I think, as me and Carl discussed on Raw after the Crystal Palace game, he put every egg in that basket in terms of that game because we forfeited the League Cup, which obviously isn't the biggest thing. We've done that in the past under Klopp, etc. But never in a situation like this. So the fact he got the win, and it didn't look like the most comfortable win. It didn't look like the most free flowing win, but it looked like we were better. Which is not all you can ask for because, well, we're third at the minute, which it's not really great, but it's better than where we were heading. I think a lot of people were saying, well, myself included, say a lot of people were getting worried that we might end up before the international break, even in the bottom half of the table. Like, we're sat on 18 points, same as Bournemouth, but they play today. It is against Man City. So we could actually go second if Bournemouth lose by 2 today. So yeah, and I think Sunderland can overtake us as well on Monday night. But yeah, we could end up second today, which on paper's fine at this stage of the season, but then Arsenal are 7 points ahead of us. So you knew. But anyway, we won. We won. Let's not get dulled down on the negatives. It's the start of a turnaround. Let's just say that. It's the start of the turnaround. And we've got 2 hard games coming up this week. And it could be the 2 hard games that spark us back into actual life this season. It is interesting because I was watching the Match of the Day analysis, and it was Ashley Williams and Alan Shearer. Now, on the highlights themselves, it looked like in the first half, especially, Aston Villa had a good few chances, basically through Morgan Rogers just kind of walking through the midfield a bit. But they highlighted that Aston Villa just did not play direct at all against us, which even Andy Slot's basically said we can't deal with that well. Which is kind of surprising because, I mean, even in the past when, like, Unai Emery's probably like the first manager. Remember when Trent was inverting into midfield in 22-23 when we had that late resurgence? Emery was the first one to basically figure that out after we had that good spell, wasn't he? So the fact that he instructed his team to play short balls and kind of let us play our actual game we want to play is kind of weird. Like, they still had chances. Matty Cash had a couple good shots. Rodgers had a couple good shots, as I said. The highlights looked like Watkins wasn't overly involved. Or Guessend, however you say his name. But they did have moments of quality by the looks of it. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird because, I mean, Ollie Watkins has caused us so many issues in the past. You'd think, get him up there, get him trying to, I don't know, on one of the fullbacks or on Ibu, who's obviously having a bit of a, let's say, up and down time. You'd think the plan was there, get Watkins on one of the, probably the right side of our defence. You've got pace around him in Guessend, and Rodgers looked like he was pretty good, especially in the first half. Yeah, a really strange decision from Emery. Really strange decision, but it helped us. I mean, on the good stuff for us, it looked like Dom Szoboszlai continued his really good form. Seemed like he was the heartbeat of everything. We pressed really well by the looks of it, and he's probably him, Ekitike, Gakpo, and Salah pressing well. which is good to see because we're going to need it in these next two games. And let's be honest, like obviously they might just out quality us in the next two, but you can't really see Real Madrid or maybe Man City can go direct with the freak up front, but you can't really see Real Madrid doing that. And I believe Real Madrid are in really good form at the minute. But yeah, it might suit us playing teams that actually want to play football rather than rugby. Um, God, that sounds like so whiny. We have to deal with stuff like that, and hopefully we do. But yeah, I mean Salah on the goal sheet. I'll come back to him in a sec because the man's doing records again. Um, and then Gravenberch back in the side after a few games out with injury. Uh, Going off what people were saying in my WhatsApp group, maybe struggled a little bit in terms of like defending and stuff and getting played through. Yeah, again, I've only watched the highlights, so I'm not sure, but um, I've not even had a chance to listen to Raw or anything like that. But like even the Rodgers stuff in the first half, he was kind of walking through our midfield a bit. But you saw the quality of Gravenberch. I know it's a deflected shot, but comfortable on the ball, takes a good shot, get lucky with deflection. We probably needed some luck, you know? We probably deserve some luck as well. So, no biggie there. But he does have quality there. By all accounts, McAllister played better as well. Obviously, it's kind of hard to show that in match of the day highlights, but hopefully he was more energetic and more combative, is probably the right word. And doesn't get chokeslammed by Amadou Onana as well. Probably, maybe should have got a red card for, just maybe. But, Liverpool and all that jazz. But yeah, I mean, without seeing the entire game, it's really good. Like keeping a clean sheet's massive. It's not like they had like loads of chances by the looks of it. I mean, Rodgers and Cash's chances I mentioned were like long range shots, etc. So yeah, it looked like we at least controlled the game a bit better. But let's have a look at some of the stuff on This Is Anfield, and I can actually use the 5 talking points because I need them. Slot stumbles upon Klopp formula. What's this about? Oh, so this is about like keeping new signings in reserve for the first few months, a la Fabinho and Robertson, which yeah makes sense to me. You kind of, I think it is the cleverer thing to ease in new signings. I think Kirk has maybe less so because he was obviously in the Premier League, but it still makes sense. I mean, Robertson was in the Premier League and um with Hull. And Moreno started that season really well, to be fair, so made sense at the time. But yeah, I think Wirtz especially. Like I think Isak once he's fit and actually fit this time. Don't just like play him 3 games in a row for no reason. But yeah, I think Isak will probably come in. But Wirtz is a weird one now, isn't he? Like I think Szoboszlai's that important to the midfield. Whether he's an 8 or a 10, I think Wirtz is more likely to get in on the left wing, but Gakpo's seemingly undroppable for whatever reason. I know he's big and physical, well, big and can be physical, not all the time. But I think the way Dom's playing, like again, was probably our best player by all accounts yesterday. Um, yeah, I think Wirtz might have to try and get minutes on the left wing. I'm sure I saw someone mentioning that Joyce mentioned in his article that he'd have to be targeting right wing minutes. Like I know Mo Salah's not been great for him, but no, why would you say that? But yeah, I think it makes sense to ease players in. I mean, like I think the Robertson switch was really easy. Like we needed ball progression in the side. Kirkes wasn't great at passing and the defending wasn't there. Not like Robertson's not exactly Maldini, but he has such a better relationship as he should with Van Dijk. And yeah, it seemingly looked better. And Wirtz, let's just get him used to the Premier League. Let's get him built up physically, and get him ready. Because I think everyone says we bought all these players. We've bought these players for like 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years. You know, like ultimately we did want we still do. We still want to win the league this year, and they were bought to be part of that. But if it takes them a few months or half a season to get used to the Premier League, the long-term gains is going to be there to be seen by everyone. Salah's soul searching isn't necessary. Let's have a quick read through this. There is no avoiding the obvious fact that Mo Salah hasn't been at the races this season. The past few appearances have just been uncharacteristically poor, and worryingly, it hasn't been a case of Mo is just slipping below his own impossibly high standards. Let's have a look. Over the past months, Salah has unfortunately been turning in some pitiful match offerings, but he is human, a human athlete who at 33 is still in pristine condition. It's been a reminder that everyone is fallible, and given the wholesale shake-up, Salah was bound to be impacted. But here, we got the Egyptian king putting in work, getting the job done, and naturally picking up another goal for the tally. Now just the fourth player to hit 250 for one club. For the club, sorry. Is it hyperbole to say he's back? Probably. This wasn't a classic Salah blockbuster, but that didn't really matter. It was strong, solid performance with constant effort and lots of boxes ticked. And that's all you can ask for. I mean, the goal, obviously, thanks for that, Emi Martinez, real help there. But, like, we're not going to sugarcoat it. Salah's been bad this season. Salah knows he's been bad this season. But, like, we've probably not this bad, but we have seen his bad spells from him in the past, and he just goes back to life. Obviously, AFCON is, I think it's technically in a month. I think Egypt can call him up at the start of December, but it's like a month and a half away at the very least. Yeah, if we get him into some sort of form, like even from the highlights on Match of the Day, he was more involved. He looked sharper, trying to take on people, combining well. Like I think him and Dom have a really good relationship, to be fair, and he's still building that with Ekitike and Isak eventually. So yeah, and he's missing Trent obviously. Like I think Bradley and Frimpong, it's very different, isn't it? But yeah. I mean, I think Salah will be fine. Maybe he won't have a season ever again like he did last season. Like, but he's still the best right winger in the world. I don't care if he's out of form. He still just is. Until he's done this for like a season or two, he's still up there. We've seen world-class players have bad seasons. Sometimes it just happens. He'll be fine.
Alright, the Reds, it's Jack here, and that was a clip from one of Anfield Index's audio podcasts. If you have enjoyed the video, make sure you do like, share, and subscribe to keep up to date on all things LFC. We record around 100 audio podcasts every month, with our shows featuring match-going fans, top journalists, professional analysts, and even Liverpool legends along the way. With the Great Dane himself, Jan Molby, joining us every single week. If you want to listen to all our podcasts for free, head over to anfieldindex.com/podcasts. Our audio shows are available wherever you get your podcasts. Just search Anfield Index. Or if you prefer to listen to all our podcasts in full and without any ads, why not head over to AI Pro today to check it out now at anfieldindexpro.com. If you want to get involved in the great growing community of Liverpool fans, check out the Anfield Index Discord. The link is in the description. Do get involved with that from Reds around every corner of the globe. For now, Reds, hope you enjoyed this video.